receiver. They give it to Quentin Griffin, and he sneaks through. He breaks the tackle. Griffin. Oh, what a run to the 1-yard line. Latrell and Griffin in the backfield, and they give it to Griffin, and he scores. Behind Heupel. Griffin gets the call. Griffin, touchdown, Oklahoma.
4 receivers. And it's a give to Quentin Griffin, who breaks the tackle, and another. And he's down to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 now. Griffin. There goes Griffin. Inside Independence Stadium, a sellout. Heupel scrambling, looking, throwing. Griffin, touchdown, Oklahoma!
They give it to Griffin, and he'll walk in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Griffin struts into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And he gives it to Griffin. And Griffin keeps his feet. Griffin to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Heupel to Griffin. And again he breaks tackle. Wow. Griffin open field. Wow. Oh, man. To the 8-yard line. What a run.
For halftime. Direct snap on the shotgun to Griffin. Run the left side to the 10. Spins at the 7, to the 5, to the 2. Touchdown, Oklahoma. 14 for Oklahoma. Shotgun. Heupel back. Shovel pass. 43 Griffin. 50. Goes to his left. 45. Cuts to his left to 40. 35. 30. He's at the 25 and can't get by the last guy.
Heupel, the shovel pass, which they use so effectively. Griffin popped several big plays with it last week, and he's got one here. Quentin Griffin is the setback. He'll get it on the option, and he's in. Griffin is in. The machine keeps on rolling to Griffin's 3rd touchdown in the first half. Oklahoma will be going a lot more to the ground. Griffin makes his man miss. How about Griffin for his 4th touchdown of the day? Control of the Big 12 South with a win today, as Griffin has his 5th touchdown of the day. One here. 6 touchdowns for Quentin Griffin.
Griffin, 7 touchdowns in 2 weeks.
5, 6 of them. They're going to give it to him, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Goal from the 2.
There's Quentin again on his own play, gets it in. Good blocking up.
2nd down. Inside shovel pass is a beauty. And Griffin breaks for the end zone. No, down at the 6-yard line. Comes Griffin, squirts into the secondary end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Here's Griffin. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And you've got Florida State playing each other tonight. And meanwhile, the Sooners, they will just score the touchdown. And Griffin goes in to score the TD.
The Sooners, 3 wide receivers to the left. Hesitation. Quentin Griffin with some running room down to the 20. Knocked out of bounds at the 17-yard line.
Quentin Griffin, they fake the end around. He'll keep it. He's got the corner. Griffin, 20. Griffin inside the 10, and his 1st and goal, Oklahoma.
Position for a national title.
They're a couple of plays away from that. The pitch to Griffin, and Griffin's got a 1st down, and then some. Oklahoma's got it all the way down to the Kansas State 35.
Just outside the FSU 10. Quentin Griffin, touchdown!
Yard line. Draw play. Griffin, right side. Has 5, has 10. He'll make you miss. Tackled inside the 5, and it's first. Finley set back behind Heidel. He gets it. Runs it right back up the middle. Touchdown, Oklahoma. There's Griffin on that inside handoff. Look how slick he is to daylight for the end zone. Griffin forced out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Here he comes. In for the 200 yards and the touchdown. What a day for Griffin.
13 now. Dribble out of the shotgun. Griffin out of the backfield to the 10. 5. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Is cut now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Griffin cuts to the corner. 5. And Oklahoma.
Ball coach Mangino, been around out of Western Pennsylvania. Hibble down the middle's got Griffin in a foot race. Griffin's inside the 25-yard line. 1-yard gain. They've converted 2 third downs, both huge. Griffin breaks a tackle, goes to the end zone for a touchdown.
Option look again to Griffin. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Did not have a carry last week against Nebraska. Griffin, speed to the outside, to the pylon, touchdown Oklahoma. OU, or log on to Soonersports.com. On the option to the left side, Quentin Griffin with lots of running room. Slips a tackle at the 50. Back behind Hibble. On the pitch. Easy does it. Quentin Griffin, his 2nd touchdown of the day. Touchdown Oklahoma. Pick up a 15, 1st and 10 from the 11. Root again for Griffin. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Which is a game the last 4 games now. Blitz. Got the ball to Griffin. Lots of running room. Can you say 4 touchdowns for Quentin Griffin?
Pressure on the shovel. Griffin. Breaking tackles. And he's got the 1st down. On the ground. Huge gaps. Griffin, best run of the day. He's in. Touchdown, Oklahoma. 7-point lead. Oklahoma takes over on 1st down and 10. A pretty good gain across midfield. Quentin Griffin. 1st down and 10. Handed off to Griffin. Finds plenty of running room. The 40. 1 man a beat. Cuts it inside. It's a foot race, and he is brought down. This matchup a season ago, and it's, at least for the time being, quite different. Here's Griffin down the sideline. 1 man to beat, and he's bumped out.
Things.
2nd down and 5. First drive rather important, and it looks pretty good right now. Quentin Griffin racing down the sideline. And
on a dry day if this is how he operates. Griffin breaks a couple of tackles. 20, 15, watch out. Griffin reads another, scores!
It is difficult to do, but Quentin Griffin has shown that he can do that in the backfield.
And Griffin shows it to the end zone. That's right. He got over 100 yards on the previous carry.
3 on the wide side. They'll run it to the short side. Griffin breaks the tackle. There goes Griffin down the sideline. He will go the distance, I believe. Touchdown, Oklahoma. One of the best teams in the nation is doing that. Griffin, big hole. He's got a 1st down. He's into the secondary across the 50, all the way down to the Missouri 42.
Wants Griffin again. An alley open on the right. He ran into his own man. Bounced off. Daylight midfield. To the 31-yard line.
He tapes that show.
2nd down now. And here he comes again. Griffin. Hibble fires, caught, fumble picked up by Griffin. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Griffin!
Led by Griffin. Peoples has been outstanding. Here comes Griffin again. Daylight. Johnson gets him, spins away. The clock down. And here is the man of the day.
Spinning free for the end zone. Griffin slipped at the 15-yard line.
Two schools are just outstanding for us to deal with at ABC.
Here comes Quentin Griffin again. Got the angle. Touchdown.
and 11. And Quentin Griffin bounced outside. Touchdown. Here he is again, number 22. Touchdown. He split down to the bottom of the screen, but they'll keep it on the ground. Quentin Griffin's got a first. He's got more than that. He's down to the 1-yard line. Almost wiggled in. Here's the handoff. It's cut free. Daylight. Midfield 40. 20. Out of bounds at the 13-yard line. There's that little delay run. Griffin crosses the 20, breaks a tackle. He's inside the 15-yard line. Has carried 5 times for 80 yards here today. Second down at 10. Quentin Griffin finally got a little gap to run through, and here he goes down the sideline. Griffin bumped out at about the 10. Both favorite receivers on 3rd and goal. Out in the flat, Quentin Griffin on the run. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Nugent is out for Texas Tech. Norman is in at the middle linebacker spot. Keep it on the ground. Griffin dumps the tackle. Look out! To the 30. To the 10. Cuts back. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
It mimics Barry Sanders, as you mentioned, from Humble, Texas.
Over the top. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Griffin looking for a block, gets it, cuts in, Pater. Night, and Barbara has to be extremely pleased.
Yeah, there's Mom, right there.
And Quentin's coming out of the game.
To an ovation.
Running the option with Griffin, cut off at the pass. Still makes something out of nothing. He's incredible. Down to the 21st down, Oklahoma. The balance again where he...
There's that toss. Griffin, first down, sideline. Out of bounds. He now doubles back. And Hibble's going to use Griffin. He'll go for it. Head for the end zone. Won't catch him. Touchdown, Oklahoma. A 36-yard burst. Turns as the starting center. He's been a big difference maker. Look at that block he just threw. And Griffin going for another one. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Folks, let's change the Aflac trivia question. How about none of the above? The rushing record for the Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship now belongs to number 22, Quentin Griffin.
He's off to the left. He gets the handoff. Breaks free. And technical manager Mark Towie and Christy Brady, the production manager, and celebrating is Quentin Griffin, taking it into the end zone.
Here's Jake Rowland looking and throwing. Touchdown to Quentin Griffin. Look out, Griffin. Spinning sail for the end zone. Touchdown, Quentin Griffin. 25-yard scamper.
There's a tight end downfield.
Oh, offside. Quentin Griffin's third of the day from 47 yards out.